today is the first day of our distance learning. I'm in the classroom today, but some days I'll be recording from the comfort of my living room. I hope that you guys have enjoyed your spring break and were able to have fun and get outside. And we're just gonna jump right in. This will be a little bit different, but I know that you guys are awesome and you'll be able to do all the things that I'm asking you to do. And we're gonna start this morning. You've had announcements with Miss Brazel already, and so we're gonna jump into our reading. The first thing I'm gonna read to you is a story called On Meadowview Street. And it is a realistic fiction story. Who remembers what a realistic fiction story is? So you're answering at home, and hopefully one of you said that it is a story that's made up, but it could actually happen in real life. So this is a story about a little girl who moves into a new neighborhood. So let's read On Meadowview Street. And you guys know I read it and then I hold the pictures up because I can't do both. It's hard for me. Okay, here we go. It was a big day. Caroline and her family were moving into their new house on Meadowview Street. Okay, and it looks like somebody in this yard is having a yard sale. Well, some things are for sale and some things are already sold. Interesting. Have you guys ever moved before? My kids have never moved. We've lived in the same house. After things were unpacked, Caroline's dad decided grass was too tall, and he got busy mowing the grass. Caroline was about to explore the new street to see if there was a meadow on Meadowview Street when she noticed a small blossom. Does anybody know what a meadow is? That's a good one. We'll talk about that later. As we read, let's think about that. It's beautiful, Caroline said to herself, and all alone. She was all alone. Whoops, okay. The mower was getting closer. Caroline thought, I better do something quick. So she's wanting to protect this flower. Let's see if she's able to do that. The mower came to a halt. Daddy, Caroline pleaded, couldn't you mow around my flower? He said, thinking, well, that is less mowing for me. Caroline raced inside. She poked around the boxes in the basement. Aha, she smiled. Some string and some sticks. Just what I need. Let's think for a second. What do we think she's gonna do with some strings and some sticks? She's got her dad to stop mowing around this flower, and now she's gone into the basement and she's looking for some supplies. Can you make a prediction about what might happen next? Before long, Caroline had made a small wildflower preserve. Then she noticed another flower had bloomed nearby. So do you see what she's doing? She put her sticks down and then the string around it, and she made a special place for her wildflower. Is that what you predicted would happen next? Her preserve got bigger and bigger and bigger. That butterfly seems to like my garden, Caroline thought happily. So at first, she had one little flower in the middle, and then more flowers started to grow. As the grass grew taller, more flowers popped up over the yard, and soon there were different kinds in different colors everywhere. Caroline's dad had a great idea for the mower. Can you guys see that? There's a sign right here, and it says the mower is for sale. Why do you think he would sell his mower? I think it's because he's not gonna mow anymore. He's just gonna let wildflowers grow everywhere. Let's see what happens. One day, Caroline sat in her preserve in the heat of the sun. My garden needs a shady spot, she said to her parents. A shady spot sounds nice, replied Caroline's mom. Soon, a truck made a delivery. Caroline's mom took pictures. Welcome to your new home, said Caroline to the maple tree. So do you see what she got in her delivery? She got a big maple tree. The next day, as Caroline admired the maple tree, a wren landed on the end of her shovel. Oh, you're looking for a home too, said Caroline. Now, I don't know if you can see the pictures closely, but I can see what's on the end of the shovel. Can anybody tell me what a wren is? It is a bird. Yeah, I'm just, you guys are doing awesome. Really, really good audience right now. You're so quiet, and you're sitting crisscross applesauce, and your spoons are in the bowl. It's amazing. All right, Caroline and her dad got to work. They found some plans for building birdhouses. Caroline helped cut the wood and nail the pieces together. Perfect, thought Caroline. So did the wren. So the wren really liked the idea to make birdhouses, and see, the wren is already hanging out at the new house. In no time, there were birds and insects everywhere, around the tree and zipping among the flowers. Soon the wren was full of twigs for a nest. The wren house was full of twigs for a nest. Caroline wanted one more thing. We need a place where everyone can get a drink of water, she said. Okay, guys, what do you think she's going to add to her backyard? She wants something that everybody could get a drink of water from. The next day, she and her dad began building a pond. Guys, think for a second about this dad. How could you describe him? Let's think about him for just a second. I would describe him as really open-minded, and he is open to her suggestions, and he does all these awesome things for her. It's really nice. So they dug a large, shallow hole and lined it with heavy plastic sheet. Caroline added plants that like water, and she lugged large rocks to the edge, making ledges for little caverns for creatures to live in. It's really pretty. The more Caroline and her family worked on their yard, the more it changed. It was now a home to many things. Guys, look at this yard. Can you notice the yards next to it with the nicely mowed grass? And then this is, wildflowers and things like that, and trees and a pond, and all the kids are looking over the fence. The more Caroline and her family worked in their yard, the more it changed, and it was now home to many things. I may have already read that, but it's good. You can read more than once. And soon the Jacksons' yard changed, and the Smiths and the Sotos. So when Caroline decided to start changing her yard, other people noticed, and what did they do? They changed their yards too. And now there was really a meadow on Meadowview Street. And there's all kinds of little creatures living there. And a home for everyone. Okay, guys, this is a great story. And do you see how from the beginning she moved in and she was looking for a meadow on Meadowview Street, which is a grassy area, and she created one little by little. It started really small with one flower, and it grew, and it affected the whole neighborhood. You will find that you have some assignments to do today that go along with some of this. So I want you guys, I will send you